Hey guys, welcome back. Today, we're gonna work on a little Falcon car. Before we get to that, I just want to say that I noticed that only 4% of the people that watch my videos are actually subscribed to the channel. So that means like a large chunk of people that are viewing this, probably you looking at this right now, are not subscribed to the channel. If you could please just take a moment and hit the subscribe button, it would help me out a lot. It costs you nothing. And like I said, it would help me out. You can always unsubscribe later, but I wish you wouldn't. But please just hook me up, hit that button there for me. It's this one right there. Just hit that thing. It looks like that one. It's down in the thing. But just hit it for me, please. Thanks. I just love looking at this car. I've done so much work to it. I'm really proud of the engine bay and how it came out, and the down tubes and the braking system. I'm really happy. And this is just the next step. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the engine, this engine right there, and we're going to put it on the engine hoist with the leveler. And then I'm going to pull the transmission, which is over there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's over there. We'll pull that out and get the clutch bolted up. I think I have all the hardware for the clutch. I hope that's not a showstopper. And then we'll get the hydraulic throttle bearing mocked up and rough fit into place. So let's do that. 3D printing for the win. I wanted a carburetor cover, so 4150 is this bolt pattern spread, and I printed it out on my 3D printer, and it works the business. I got another one sitting right there, but you know, this is the old school way, right? Duct tape. That's how Mike's motor's covered up, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I think this is a classier option. Hey, if you want one of those, hit me up. I can shoot it to you. All right, so I got the engine off the stand. It's right there, and now I'm gonna grab the transmission. Actually, no. First thing I'm gonna do is put this in. Let's see how well it do fit. There's like 4 thousandths difference between that and that. I'm gonna do some research, but I think that's probably okay. But here's something. Look at that. This engine has been on the stand so much, I forgot that there's 3 oil plugs missing out of here, and the rear cam plug is missing. So thankfully I saw that, and we'll go ahead and put those in, because could you imagine like putting this thing all together, firing it up, no oil pressure, it's just dumping oil out of the back of the block? Oh my gosh, I would be so pissed. All right guys, it's the next day. I had to stop for work. I'm working nights this week, so that kind of gets in the way. But okay, so I've got the engine off the stand. I think we already showed that, but I'm putting the flywheel on now. So I'm going to torque the bolts down, 80 foot-pounds, a little dab of blue Loctite, no need to get crazy. And then we will set up the clutch on there. And then I'll show you about the Tilton hydraulic throttle bearing, how we set that up. So it turns out I couldn't find the pressure plate bolts. They're like a specific 5/16 bolt with a collar. So I ended up ordering some ARPs, but they came pretty quick, but unfortunately it stopped my progress for the day. Maybe you guys can relate. I think I'm busier on my days off than I am on my days on. So back in the shop, I had something I had to take care of. Check this out. I had to replace all 4 stabilizer jacks on my camper. The guy I bought them from, or the guy I bought the camper from, he would run them up and down with an impact, and while it worked, it eventually destroyed the jacks. But anyways, my ARP pressure plate bolts are here. So what we'll do is we'll pick up right where we left off. I'm gonna get the pressure plate bolted up, and then we are gonna get all the tilt and hydraulic throwout bearing stuff squared away. So I'm gonna put you guys down, turn this motor around so where you can see it, and then probably do a time lapse. Okay, you ready for the satisfying sound? Plop. All right, next thing we need to do is measure the distance from the fingers to this face here. Okay, had a little bit of a break there. We had a pretty good storm roll through and the power shut off, and I was on generator for a while, so I kind of stayed out of the shop. But anyways, we're back in here and I've got everything roughly fit up. Let me show you what I got. So I had everything mounted here, and what they want you to do is measure the distance from the fingers of the clutch to the back face here. And then this is the hydraulic throwout bearing, and then they want you to adjust it so it, whoops, this is it right here. They want you to adjust it, and it threads in and out. They want you to adjust it for that number minus some initial play, which is like 125 thousandths. So here's the math on it. So the distance initially was 4 and 185. My straight edge is 165 thick, so I had to subtract that. That gave me 4 and 20 thousandths. Plus they had an initial clearance they want you to set in for like wear and everything of 125 thousandths. So that leaves 3 and 895. So 3 inches and 895 thousandths is where they want this thing to stand off of the face here. And that's where it's at now. But the confusing part for me is the kit came with this bushing, and they're saying for a T5 to get the correct dimensions, you need to run this spacer in the back of there, but doing that and it's like way too far off. Now I don't know if this over here is a problem. I don't think so. I mean, that seems pretty normal to me. I don't know. I'm gonna do some more digging and see if it's fine like it is, and then I'm gonna pull the bell housing off and finish setting this thing up. Okay guys, everything measured out fine. This is in there good. This stud in the back is installed and torqued, and it's Loctited, and its purpose here is to keep this whole unit from rotating. So that's in there, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bell housing back off the engine, install it onto the transmission, and then install the transmission back onto the engine, and then depending on how froggy I am, I'm going to put it in the car. looks awesome. One concern is the brake line down there is probably an inch from that header, so I might figure out what I'm gonna do there. I don't know, but everything else looks good. Lots of clearance, lots of room over here. I don't have this header in, but it looks good over here. It was a real pain in the butt to get it in there, mostly because, check this out. I wanted to run this pan because I'm stubborn, but look at can you see? There's like hardly any clearance there. But so I had to basically weave the engine in and around the steering and the cross member, but made it. It's so cool to see it in there. Well, that's all I got for this one, guys. And as always, thank you so much for your support and just watching these videos. If it weren't for the encouragement of you guys, I think it would take me a lot longer to get some of this stuff done, to be honest with you. But anyways, thanks so much. Please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel for more content like this. Thanks, guys.